I'm going to Germany to meet a nice German trip.
So you really did that? That was your intention? I go to Germany to meet a nice German.
Yes, and I met 2 or 3 nice Berliners, and suddenly I was surrounded by nice Germans, and so it went.
When you did the project Signs of Life, which is really about...
Signs of Life, it comes from that.
Yes.
Post me getting together and really having some reconciliation between Germans and Jews, and that became a kind of project. And this Lebenszeichen idea actually came across because of this singer that I knew, Yalda Rebling. She's a Jewish Yiddish singer in Berlin, and she's the one who told me the first time that there were hundreds of called Stiebels, or kleine Betstuben in German. It's little tiny synagogues. Every little shtetl in Poland had their own little synagogue, but they were pretty much all destroyed during the war. So I had no idea there were hundreds of them. So that was the idea. Signs of Life. We created a symbol of mezuzah, which is like this symbol that hangs on the right side of every Jewish home, and we made it into a kind of broken shape to signify history. And we had the word chai, which is life, carved in it. And the idea is, when you see one of these symbols, or you see the photographs of these places that used to exist, it's a sign of life that was once there, and something to think about.
What is your personal message?
Raising consciousness, that's really what it's about.
How could Jewish people and how could German people use what got lost?
It's not about just the victim and the oppressor from the last generation. It's about just humans who lost something beautiful. I mean, any German you speak to who knows about Berlin history knows that, when the Jews were removed, it took away a kind of warm heart of the city. And I don't agree with this finger pointing of, one should always hold on to anger and one should always feel guilty. Everybody should be aware of the past. They're responsible to know what happened, and they should come together to try to make something more beautiful in the future.
Do you ever see that forgiveness can be a part of this history?
Yeah, definitely. Forgiveness of this generation.
What would German and Jewish people need at this point in time to come back closer? As you say, you want to get people along.
Communication is everything. Openness to discussion. Just openness to hear what the other side has to say.
What does it take for someone who has been hurt very badly?
Holding on to something in a stubborn way, or being angry at someone, they hurt themselves more than anyone. I mean, every time I've been able to reconcile or bring other people together, the sense of relief and ease is palpable.
Is that what gives you the fulfilling feeling?
It does. And whether it's 2 friends fighting, German and Jew talking for the first time, a husband and wife, or whatever the situation may be, any conflict.
Do you think that's your life mission? If
Yes.
there is a life mission?
If there is a life mission, mine is helping people come together and, seek forgiveness, reconciliation, understanding, all through communication. It sounds simple and elementary,
No, it's not.
but it's, for most people, the hardest thing.
I mean, forgiveness, understanding, and forgiveness is a big part in the whole healing process.
It is. It's a
Why
hard
do you
part
think,
of it.
Of course, it's one of the most sensitive parts at all. Were you afraid at some point in time that this topic was almost too sensitive to touch?
Yes, for sure. I mean, I've had dinners like with Germans and Jews in my house, like a Shabbat dinner, that I thought, oh, what a great way to get people along. And I'm surprised, like some Germans were uncomfortable, some Jews said, no, I wouldn't want to be at the same table. And I'm surprised constantly today, still a lot of uncertainty and discomfort. But in fact, that same dinner, where people started in separate sides of the room, by the end they were integrated, talking, and some of them are still in touch. So I definitely like the idea of, even if it's uncomfortable, throwing people together to realize, get over the taboo and realize it's about the human condition.
I hope that your projects are going to be a big sign for many people who have a hard time to forgive.
I hope so.
Thank you so much for the interview and for coming. I really
my
appreciate
pleasure.
that.
Happy to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.